Okay, hello everybody. How are you? Great to be here as always. Today's Friday, isn't it? Fantastic start of the weekend for many, and it is the 14th of March. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Okay, let's just bring you up to date then with Onpassive stuff. You probably all noticed that it's unable to log into your OES at the moment. It will be popping up by saying invalid email and password credentials. Okay, this means they're working on it in the background. All right, so don't go changing your password to see if that helps or anything. Okay, nobody has access at the moment to your ecosystem. They're working in that area. We do know that our CEO Ash Mufareh knows about it, and obviously they will get it back up and running as soon as possible. Okay, as soon as we know, we'll post it out everywhere so that you can then access your ecosystem. But for now, just sit back, chill, don't worry. Okay, and you're not doing anything wrong. Your computer's not doing anything wrong. You're just not able to log in, including me and everybody else. All right, so don't worry about it at all. So today is Q&A day, Friday, back by popular demand. Okay. I have had some questions sent to me, and also there's been a couple in the chat already. If you have got any questions, pop them in the chat and I will go over them, as long as they are doing it. Tapas Gupta, there's no point in keep asking the same question. You've just typed it twice. I've just answered why the OES isn't logging at the moment, because they're working in that area. It should be back up and fine very, very shortly. Okay, so no point in just keep asking the same question, because it's not going to give a different reply if you ask it on multiple occasions. So we will start off with two questions then from Anne Long, and then we'll move over to the ones that Wayne Gladding sent me by email. And Anne Long's first question is, will having multiple positions still be an advantage? Great question. Many of us have got multiple positions in Onpassive. I have as well. And I know many people have got exactly the same, who have got multiple positions. So is it going to be advantageous for us to do that? Very good question. Now, what we do know is that each position that we hold is a separate stream of income in its own right. Okay, so we know that part, that hasn't changed at all, and there's no reason to think that that is not going to be advantageous moving forward. If you are referring to having more positions because they are in your organization and maybe bonuses that are attached to that, quite frankly, I don't know. But it does stand to reason that if you've built an organization already, then that will certainly give you more benefits moving forward. But as far as having multiple positions is concerned, I still believe that this is going to be advantageous, because each one is a separate form of revenue. Let me just write this one down as well. Just okay, that's fine. Her next question is, will activated accounts remain activated for the next phase? What does that mean? It means basically an activated account is one that you paid for in that first phase. Is that still going to be activated accounts moving into phase 2? Very good question. I believe, okay, this has not come from corporate, but this is what I think, that if you have activated accounts now, okay, so for instance, I activated all of my accounts previously. I believe that there will be a grace period, I suppose, however long that's going to be, for however long that's going to be, for those that activated their accounts prior to the stop. I think that that will carry through to the next phase. I might be completely wrong. I hope I'm not, because me, like a lot of other people, spent or paid a lot of money to activate all of those accounts. So I think that it will be carried forward, but we will have to wait and see. But that's the best guess, I suppose, that I can do with that. Next question then I'm going to come to then is Wayne Gladding then. Just quickly on Michael Champagne's question. Don't do politics, mate. I'm afraid that's not a question that I'm going to be answering. So whether I think that Elon Musk and Mr. Trump is good for us or not, that's not something that I'm going to go down. I'm sure there's plenty of other forums that you can ask that type of question on. Okay, Wayne Gladding, founder since August, by the way, 2018. Fantastic. Thank you so much for reaching out to me via email for this Q&A today. His first question was, what emerging technologies or trends do you believe will have the biggest impact in Onpassive ecosystem in the next 5 years? Great question. Again, all I can do is give my 2 penneth worth. I don't even know if any of these are going to be implemented into any of our ecosystem or even any of the products and services. But let's just take it from right now of over the last year, in fact, how much new technology, AI-driven technology has emerged that we already know about. Look at ChatGPT, for instance. Look at DeepSeek, for instance. All those types of technologies that we know about have come about over the last 12 months or so. Do I believe that they are going to be integrated into our ecosystem and products? Yeah, I think we would be naive if we didn't utilize that technology that is ready available right now today within our own ecosystem or products and services. Many other companies have integrated that into their AI bots as far as chat bots are concerned. So I don't see any reason why we wouldn't utilize that type of technology. Quantum physics, for instance, a big buzzword at the moment. This is the advanced state of quantum computing, making stuff faster and all the rest of it. Do I believe that quantum computing is going to be integrated into us as well? Yeah, why not? Why shouldn't we utilize new and emerging technology to be at the forefront of utilizing it to move forward? The text-to-speech, speech-to-speech translations, I definitely believe that is something that we will utilize and be at the forefront of using within our products as well, moving forward into the next phase. And obviously, all the other bits and pieces, as far as blockchain technology is concerned, that I think will have a big impact within our ecosystem, within our products and services, because it makes the integration of wallets, transference of money, and all the rest of it a lot easier. I believe that will be a huge part of us as well. So do I think that all of those are going to be used along the line? Yeah, I think they might be. We'll have to wait and see, but certainly I do think that it will be something that will be integrated. For those that are putting questions in the chat, thank you very much. I'll come round to them. Wayne's next question was, how will Onpassive differentiate itself from all other AI-driven businesses automation platforms on the market currently? Great question. So basically, what's going to make us different from everybody else? It is the one thing that I think is going to be our feather in our cap. It's going to be the one thing that is going to set us completely differently from everybody else. And this for me is twofold. One is value of what we're going to give, and the second is price point. I think if we can give something of better value, and what do we mean by better value? It is from the customer's point of view of looking at two items that are very similar. One gives you this, the other one gives you this. Okay, the price, they're going to look at the price. I'm paying this for this amount of price, but with the product that looks the same, does the same, but has this much more involved in it, is that much in cost. What is going to be the outcome of it? We do it on a daily basis. When you go grocery shopping, you look for 2-for-1s, you look for home brand, you look for things that are better value for you that give you the same thing. Now, within technology and products, if you are giving somebody even just the same at a lower price point, then you're on a winner. But then if you give somebody the same with more features, with more bells, whistles, utilizations, whatever you want to call it, at a lower price point than somebody else is, then you definitely are going to be on a winner, because people need our products at the end of the day. Ash has always said, if there's a need for it, we will develop it. Already there is a need for so many things that we are going to have that people use on a daily basis on the internet. Conferencing platform, trim URLs, wallets, and all sorts of, loads of things, e-learning, everything. Okay, we are utilizing those on a daily basis now. If we can enter the marketplace at a lower price point with better value for the products, they're better than what's already out there, that is going to stand us head and shoulders above the rest. Couple all that with single sign-on, okay, one ecosystem that you go to utilize all of those, that is another plus. Couple that with every single person within that ecosystem has been verified through KYC, then you really do know that you are onto the right things. I think those sort of things are going to be what stand us head and shoulders above the rest. There is one more from Wayne, which I'll come back to, but I want to go to the chat now, and I need to find Rose from South Africa. She's had a question. Where are you, Rose? Let me scroll back up. And then we're going to go to Brotherman. They are Rose. Rose from South Africa question. Not sure if the question below was asked before. For subscriptions that were paid but not credited, will the company still be able to track them? I believe so, is the answer to that. Remember, we were told that all of the data, 100% of the data of the ecosystem had been recovered. And if you take that on its basis, that means that everything that happens within the ecosystem, which was the payings and creditings, etc., that will all still be there. So I don't see any reason, Rose, why not that will be sorted out in the next phase. Brotherman has a question. Do you think Ash might want us to sign up a new NDA which might have more benefits to founders? Okay, let's take that in two folds. All right. Do I believe there's going to be a new NDA? Yes, absolutely. That is my opinion. Why do I think that? Because there's going to be new versions of nearly everything. There might even be a whole new version of our ecosystem. I don't know. But certainly we've been told by our CEO that the existing products and services that we already know of are having a facelift, an upgrade. They're going to be different. And I believe as well that part of a lot of the things that went wrong prior need to be addressed. And part of that addressing is to basically spell it out in written terms of our boundaries of what is allowed and isn't allowed. And that will be then part of our new NDA that we will have to sign. Don't forget, you can be a user of our products and services and not have to sign an NDA. It's only if you want to be an affiliate within the ecosystem to utilize our products and services to make commissions. You don't have to sign an NDA to use our products and services. But if you want to benefit from the commissionable side of it, then you will have to agree to that NDA. If you don't agree with it, then don't sign it, but you won't be able to be allowed to be an affiliate. So that takes me on to the next one. Do you think it will benefit the founders by having this new NDA? Yeah, I do. A non-disclosure agreement is there as twofold: to protect the company, but also to protect the person who has signed it, because it states and stipulates what the company has to do as far as its part of the bargain, as much as what we have to do as far as our side of the bargain. So do I believe it's going to be beneficial? Yes, I do. Do I believe that we will have to sign a new NDA? Yes, I do. But of course, we will have to wait and see. Good questions, though. I like these questions a lot. Let's have a look. So I'm scrolling, guys. So talk amongst yourselves. And happy Holi, by the way, to my Indian brothers and sisters. I hope the old paint is flying everywhere and everyone's coloured up. If you've got a question, head it question when you answer it, and then I can find it a lot easier. If you would do, please. I've done that one. Let me have a look for some more. Okay, we'll go then to the last one then, to number 3 from Wayne. He asks, how will Onpassive gather and incorporate customer feedback into the development of new features and products? Great question. Honest answer is I don't know how they're going to do it, but, and here is the but. Again, I always revert back to what do we know? Now, you guys, or a lot of you guys out here, would have been on exactly the same webinars that I have. And if you remember on one of them, Ash actually stipulated that he is going to set up a dedicated team for feedback. He also stipulated that within the O-Founders back office, there was going to be a tab where we could put feedback back to the development team to give ideas and incorporate all sorts of other bits and pieces. Do I think that we will have something similar in the next phase? Absolutely, I do. Why? Because customer feedback is the number one area that businesses should look at to be able to steer their business in the right customer direction and give the customer what they want. Without having that feedback, or without being able to have a way of having that feedback, how are you going to know? Okay, you know, you might have the best idea in the world, but if it's not something that the customers are looking for, or they're not happy about, or they've got reservations about it, how are you going to hear that or know about it? You're just going to keep on going along with your idea, thinking it's the best idea. So in summary, I firmly believe moving forward, there will be some form or some way that we will be able to utilize within the ecosystem, where we can give feedback on products, on services, and new ideas. All of those, I think, will happen. And this, again, is something that's going to put us apart from other businesses, is to have that amalgamation between the customers and the business, so that we can drive it in exactly the right area of what we are wanting to do. I know I'm not talking politics here, but I am talking along the sort of lines of knowing if you're in the right area. Donald Trump has always been a massive user of X before he got his own platform. And did you notice that he always used to, and he still does on his own platform, put out ideas or put out things that he's going to do prior to him doing it? Why do you think he does that? Because it's his way of gauging whether it's a good idea or a bad idea from the reaction of the people who have read it within his platform. Again, it gives people a good idea of, are they doing the right thing? Is it what people think is a good idea or not a good idea? This is why I think utilizing whatever system they're going to use, whether it's chatbot, whether it is forms, or whether it is dedicated emails, however it may be, I believe that it's certainly going to be something that is going to be utilized in the next phase. Patricia Green has a question. I can't get into O-Founders. Is that just the way it's been right now? O-Founders hasn't been up for a very, very long time. Okay, nobody has been getting into O-Founders. It's not live, hasn't been live since at least September of 2024. If you're referring to your OES ecosystem, that is under maintenance. Well, not under maintenance, not allowing us to log in at the moment. Okay, at the moment, it will come up with an error message in red saying either password or username is invalid. Guys, don't go and try and change it. It's not going to make any difference. Okay, it's just being worked on behind the scenes. They know about it. Our CEO has been informed about it. Okay, so please do not do that. Vivine Benny, thank you so much for your super sticker. Very, very kind of you. That is absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely. And I'm going to like that as well and put a heart on it. There you go. Okay, let me go back if I can. How do I go back? There you go. Let me find some more questions. If you've got some more questions, put question first, and then it helps me to find it.
Get up here now. Get up here now. Come on. Sit down.
Colonel Daniel Lee has got a question. Is a new private credit union in forecast that issues each founder a MasterCard or Visa card, debit card? Great question. Again, let's refer back to what we know. What we know from previously is that this is certainly something that was on the cards for all of us in one way, shape, or form. And if you remember, it was first going to be rolled out in India for utilization over there. This is before all the problems happened. So I don't see any reason why this won't happen in the future. Obviously, again, new phase, new version, new whatever it's going to be. Okay, obviously, it's certainly going to be up to our CEO to decide whether that is something that he wants to utilize or incorporate in the next phase of Onpassive. I would imagine that the way that the wallets are set up, okay, within a blockchain OCoin design as they are at the moment, then this is certainly something that will be utilized in the future. It makes it a lot easier to utilize OCoins and to utilize funds within your wallets. So I personally believe it's something that is going to be used. And if you remember back to when we were told about this from our CEO, he also said that there is going to be parts of it that we will be able to use to resell and make commissions on. Plus, there's also going to be small percentages. The more you use it, and you get money kickbacks from it as well, and all the rest of it. So again, yes, I believe it's something that's going to be integrated moving forward. In what way, shape, or form, I don't know. But a great question. Brotherman's got another question. Do you think Ash might give more benefits to founders for our loyalty? Good question, that is. That's a really, really good question. Okay, let's think about this in a logical way. He certainly knows that those that have been loyal to him, he is extremely grateful to. He said it on many occasions. He said it in the recent pop-up of that as well. He said how amazed and knowledgeable we all are about this business and how loyal we are, etc. So he mentions that loyalty an awful lot, doesn't he? So why wouldn't he reward those loyal people in one way, shape, or form? How that's going to work, what he's going to do for it, I don't know. But do I believe that he might give something back to the loyal founders who have stuck through all of this with him and seen us through to, you know, the next phase of Onpassive? I can't see any reason why he wouldn't want to try to help us in his own way for that loyalty. What benefit's going to be, I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised, knowing him like we all do, that he wouldn't do something like that for us all. But a good question. I like that question. Okay. We'll do two more, and then we'll call it a day for this week. Obviously, I'll be back next week. So if you've got any questions, you can either email them to me, or you can give them to me on a text. That's either way is fine. So I'm looking for more questions. Vivine Benny sent me a lovely super sticker, and she says the concept of Onpassive alone gets me excited every day for the future. You're absolutely right. Do you know something? The concept of Onpassive really is one of the most beautiful things ever. If you start to analyze just the concept of how easy, simple, but amazing it is, that does get you excited. Pierre Atkins, do you know how much I have to pay to register? No, I'm afraid nobody knows what the registration fee is going to be moving forward. Obviously, when we get the phase 2 and that's all live, that will become very apparent, won't it? So until then, I do not know, unfortunately. Okay, any more questions? If I've missed one, put it back in, and I will do my best to answer it. If not, we will call it a day. Okay, then. Looks like that's everybody for the questions for today. I hope I've done the questions justice. Remember, all my opinions, okay? Nothing from corporate I've been told about this. All I'm doing is remembering what has been said, using those to try and answer the questions that have been put before me. There's only one person who knows all of these answers, and that is our CEO, Ash Mufareh. But one thing's for sure is I firmly believe that the next phase of Onpassive is going to be bigger than we ever thought. It's going to be more dynamic than we ever thought. But one and the other side of it is that it is going to be something very new, very fresh than what we have initially seen. So Do I believe that we are closer? Absolutely. We really do. So, you know, things are looking up. I think, you know, the future is very bright. I'm certainly excited. I hope you guys are as well. Come back next Friday. There's going to be more questions, more answers. If you think of anything in the meantime, just write it down. You can either send it to me and all the rest of it. Last one then. Someone's just said, question, what about dedicated emails by Yahoo? Oh, sorry, deactivated emails by Yahoo. As far as deactivated emails for people to log in, again, let's wait and see. All right. Remember, external emails, okay, is a responsibility of the user, nothing to do with Onpassive. If you have not been able to look after your own emails, that's really on you, not on Onpassive. If they've been deactivated or whatever, for whatever reasons, then moving forward, there may be a way of changing that email. But again, we'll certainly have to wait and see if that is all possible or not. But for now, that's it from me, Colonel Daniel Lee. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Love doing Q&A, by the way, right up my street. It's what I'm love doing. I like this sort of thing, bringing you information and hopefully a bit of my knowledge as well. That's it from me. See you all Monday. But remember, all depends on timings for us. Okay, we will let you know on Monday if it's definitely on or not. If not, it'll be Tuesday. Tapas Gupta, bring that question back round on Friday. That's it from me. Bye for now.